I want to bring in now, if I can, John Burris. He was the attorney who represented Rodney King. And John, I'm so grateful for you to take the time to speak with me tonight, because there have been so many comparisons that have been made, certainly leading up to the video. Some of the people who saw the video said this beating was worse than the beating that Rodney King received back in 1991. Perhaps that is because Tyre died and Rodney King survived. But I wanted to get your take now that you've had a chance to actually see the video.
Well, they're both obviously very vicious type beatings. Rodney King, though, was beaten over 60 times throughout his body. Fortunately for him, that he really just see fractures of his face and his head and bruises all throughout his body. But he survived. But I will tell you, he didn't survive in one sense. Psychologically, he never recovered from the beating that he took. He just never did. You know, before the shooting, he was known as Glenn King. After the beating, he became Rodney King, and he was never comfortable with that. He never was able to get his life in order to get back into any kind of orderly existence. But the beating itself, although he didn't die, he died in many ways. And I remember his testimony at the trial. He said he put his hands up, and he says, "I thought I was going to die then," when they were beating him all the time. But he didn't. But he died in an emotional way as opposed to physically. When I looked at this young man, Tyre, being beaten and laid aside, you know, my heart went out to him, because I can just see that he didn't know if he was going to live or die during the course of this. Ultimately, he did die. But there was a point, I'm certain, that he couldn't believe this was happening to him because he hadn't done anything to justify it, that would justify the kind of beating. And these officers walking around like a pack of wolves, and each trying to get in their licks in, each one hitting them without any regard to the physical condition he was in. And I think the lawyer made the point that I thought was most significant, that Tyre laid there well over 20 minutes while these men walked around, talking to each other, kind of getting their stories together, that kind of thing. In the Rodney King case, we did have the substantial beating, and he was taken away in an ambulance. But for that video, you know, which we have in this case as well, this never would have come to light. And I will tell you, the Rodney King changed everything.
It's 32 years. It's hard to believe it's been 32 years, but it has been. And I suppose I need to ask you, so much has changed and still so much hasn't. But one palpable difference is tonight, Mr. Burris, there are no riots like the LA riots. So far, it's been fairly calm across the country. Do you see that as significant? And why do you expect that there wasn't an eruption of anger?
Because it hasn't happened yet. The Rodney King eruption happened after there was a not guilty verdict in the criminal case. Once that happened, the people erupted. It was like this volcanic eruption that took place. Certainly right now, I think it's very important that there's, and I think that because they have been charged. But this is just the first step. If they're not guilty, I can imagine that people will erupt all over the country, because they will again see this travesty that has occurred. On the other hand, if they're found guilty, which they should, then you won't have it. And I think that's really the function of whether they believe the criminal justice system is working or not. If the system works, there won't be rioting and disruption. But if it doesn't work and they're found not guilty, yes, you could still have the kind of eruption we had in the Rodney King case. We didn't have that after the civil case. We did have it after they were found not guilty in a state criminal case. Even though they had been charged, there was no rioting after the charge.
We've seen, the differences now. There's social media and there's, wall-to-wall cable news everywhere. And we're seeing these eruptions now much sooner than just after litigation. So, John Burris, thank you so much for being here. It's good to catch up with you. I can't believe it's been this long, but so appreciate your perspective tonight.
Thank you. Take care.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.